Hello, hello, hello. Um, to the couple of you that are actually in here right now, Straight Line Cycles, hello, sir. Uh, it's good to see you. Uh, if you hear a little rumbling in the background, that's because I have the heater on because the garage is cold. It's very cold outside, so I'm trying to warm it up. I didn't get out here until just a few minutes ago. So I got that thing cranked, and we are trying to see what we can do about raising the temperature a little bit. We'll see if we can get it up above maybe 60 and then try to cut that out. It's good to see a straight line. Um, you know, I'm not even going to lie to you. I didn't get to go check out your video that I talked about the last time you were in the live stream. Uh, busy, man. Wait, other side, other side. Over at work, things are crazy. You can't even hear it good because, yeah, that's very good. I could try to bring the mic a little closer to me, maybe. That might help a little more. Maybe raise my volume. So, yeah, work's crazy. Uh, everything's pretty crazy right now. So we're doing what we can. Tonight's drink of choice just so happened to be Sam Adams Winter Lager. It's what the gas station had that seemed tasty. It's not hateful. Orange peel, cinnamon, and ginger. It's better than the last one that I had, I think last week. I had, God, I forget who it was from, but it was like, I'll forgive it if it tastes like a Christmas tree, but it didn't even taste like a Christmas tree. It was like cinnamon, nutmeg, and something else. It wasn't a good, nah, wasn't a good treat. I drank it, but it wasn't a good treat. These are really cheap. If you have a Menards near you, I know Black Friday's over, so maybe it was a Black Friday thing, but Menards that I have found for these little heaters is a really good spot to get them cheap. I did a video a while back called like heat your garage or something to that effect. It's in my videos. You can find it. It's back there a bit, but it sounds like crap. I need more specifics. What sounds like crap? The heater or my volume? Because I moved the mic a little closer, so you got to give me something to go on and fix it. Sounds like crap. I'll move the mic back where I normally have it and see if that works. But the last time, yeah, I need a wood stove. Well, hopefully it'll raise the temperature in here above 60 pretty quick, and then I can cut it off, and with the jacket, I'll be all right. Oh. Well, the drink I have sounds like crap. Okay, that makes a little more sense. But or the other one, this one's all right. They say it's a limited release, but they do it every year. Or wait, no, it does say crisper and brighter. Maybe they did make a change this year. Yeah, I don't know. So, I do need a wood stove. Fix it, but I can tell you that there are a lot of big changes happening. here in this current place, and not all, unfortunately, for the better. So, a wood stove is probably not in my future. No, you're never too late, Midwest. Never. And I thank you for stopping by. I definitely appreciate it. I've been, of course, watching some of your stuff. Um, Trying to. God, I y- on YouTube, it's weird because I have stuff that I watch all the time, so a lot of that pops up. But then if you watch like two, sometimes it doesn't even take two. Sometimes it's just one. But if you watch like one video, all of a sudden they start recommending like all you're almost in your entire feed gets taken over by what they think you want to watch because you watched that last video. It's like almost at a certain point you want to like turn recommendations off completely. I mean, that's a horrible feature, and as a YouTuber, it's a bad idea, right? Because then you don't get pushed out. But like, I've been watching some of those. You guys probably don't even know. It's like Reddit posts, and they'll have like an automated voice like read through them, and they cover any number of topics. I mean, usually weird stuff, but Uh, I watched a couple of those, and man, my entire feed is just. I have to scroll through so much crap to try to. Even if I go to my subscription tab, somehow it's still recommending things because it's like, well, you watch two or three videos of this stuff, so you probably like it. Somehow there's stuff in my subscription feed that's not even subscriptions. Like they're hoping that I subscribe to it. Some of them are really good. It depends on the topic. It really does. Like I like a lot of the like the NSFW ones. Uh, People out there talking mad shit, and like you kind of wonder if some of it's true, but like, I mean, I guess when it's relatively anonymous like Reddit, like what's the point in lying to get karma? Maybe I guess. I am on Reddit by the way, but there's no traffic, much like my Patreon. There's very little traffic over there. So I'm there, but mostly I just post my videos to nobody. Actually, I think I've missed the last couple. I don't think I've posted. Princess Jamie stopped by. Hello, Princess. How is the volume on your end? Because I was saying that last time you had said the volume was a little low. So I have the heater running right now, so it's going to have a little grumble in the background maybe, but hopefully the volume's a little better. So yeah, um, as far as work goes, it's as crazy as you can imagine between what's normally our busiest time of the year and everybody ordering stuff online because of the obvious. Oh man, it's hard to walk in there sometimes. Like there's not a lot of space. I had to I this is really funny. Like 2 days ago, I had to move a bunch of stuff because they blocked a fire extinguisher. And then today I come in and somebody had knocked a fire extinguisher off of its mount, and somehow the pin got pulled and it got discharged, all in and damaged, all in knocking it off. And my phone's going off for some reason. Give me a second. Oh. All right. So Yeah, that was kind of funny. Trying to protect fire extinguishers and then one gets broke. Not very fun. And apparently the powder, I always thought it was white, and maybe no camera. Who did it? What's that mean? I don't know what that means. Fix it. Oh, but yeah, so work is nuts. Like asking them, even if like something's broke, asking them to turn off the conveyor belts for 5 minutes or even less is very difficult. They look at you like you're speaking a foreign language. They We don't have the time or luxury of stopping for anything. Never clean fire extinguisher powder with bleach. Huh, that's a new one I was not aware of. But yeah, I mean it's just like the ABC, but I could always remember, I could have swore back in the day it was like white and now it's like a yellowy mix, so I'm sure they added something. Foamy Foamy 220 ACDC TIG coming next week. Ooh. See, I learned on MIG, and I'm not even going to lie to anyone, that's all I've ever known. So I can do the flux core. Obviously, that's like touch and go. My one behind me here, it does all right. Most of the time, you make sure you have a good ground, you tweak the settings, you do some tests, you can get good results out of it. And by good, I mean good enough. But yeah, you're not laying down any super awesome beads with a flux core. You can, it's not impossible, but it takes a lot more work than, a MIG or a TIG or anything like that. But I've never done any TIG welding. Like I don't know why. I always did the MIG. It worked for what I needed it, and I've never had to worry about it. And then at home here, when I'm just doing whatever I'm doing, the flux core is good enough for what I need. So, Renegade, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by, of course. Yeah, Princess Jamie posted the other day. I saw her pretty little Instagram picture of her with her new toy. And uh, Midwest, you're making a CNC, right? Out of a plasma cutter, I believe. So that's pretty cool. I I've been looking at those. Well, Brad's workbench has um, his CNC thing that he won on Instagram some time ago, and that thing is super fucking awesome, but it's huge. Um, I was looking at some of the smaller ones, and apparently you can attach like stepper motors to them, and you can attach. There's like a laser engraving of sorts. You know, I don't know exactly how well that works, but it's there. And I've been looking at those lately. There was something. Mr. Brad's workbench is very busy lately. If you follow him on Instagram, he's getting ready for a craft show, and we all know that he's trying to push his professional work out there more, hoping that he can make that transition, which all the best of luck to him for that. Well, he doesn't even need luck. It's almost like he just needs exposure because his stuff is awesome. the sign back here, I have another sign that I got made in the house. I don't think I ever showed you guys. Um, Brad makes good stuff, and so I think with enough exposure, he's going to be able to hit that mark and be able to do what he wants to do professionally. But he's busy, and me and him talked about a, a project of sorts. It's more along the lines of like charity kind of work to a degree, but it's small. But I think he's just too busy for it right now. So I've been looking at those little CNC things and seeing if I could maybe work something out there. But unfortunately, the current situation doesn't allow for that. Uh, Fixit says he has been turning down a lot of aluminum work lately. If I had one sooner, it would have been paid off by now. Yeah, and that happens from time to time. Like sometimes it's just yeah, it's like bad timing because there's been times that I've turned down jobs because I didn't have, say, a piece of equipment or tool that would, make that job easier. And then later, it always seems like later, if I get the tool, right, then I'm not getting those kinds of offers. I mean, hopefully that's not always the case for everyone. But like in my case, I bought the welder. I wanted one. I found a good deal on it. I bought it. I forget. I honestly forget why I even bought it. There was a reason though. And so I bought the welder. I got it on, it was either Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace or something some years ago. Some guy was retiring and packing up his RV and he was going to go disappear and do that, right? So he was liquidating. And I got a good deal on it for what it was. Well, what it is. This is it could be a MIG if I transform it into one, but I never have. I've just done the flux core. But I had all these people asking me at that time, like, oh, do you have a welder? Oh, I got to do my exhaust. Oh, I got to do this. And like, you have a welder? And I didn't. And then when I got one, like, I've welded like maybe 3 things for people in the time since I've gotten it. And none of that's been any kind of paid gigs or anything like that, just kind of helping people out. But it always seems to go that way for me. If I purchase something, specialty tool or a piece of equipment, like it usually kind of sits. What is going on with you, Renegade, that you are so busy? Shock towers are fun to make. I think what you're referring to is actual shock tower from a car. I didn't fab one. Oh, you know what? That might have been what I bought the fucking welder for. You are amazing, Fixit. So, I had a Chrysler minivan. We had a Chrysler minivan. And the strut tower on one side was rusting out. And apparently this is a common issue as I researched. And I found out that you can basically buy the cap. Now, mine was, it was amazing this vehicle was even still driving, let's put it that way. And so it was in rough shape. But like all Chinese parts, it honestly was made to like fit over. So I'm sure you could remove the original and then put it in place. It might fit a little better or something. But I wanted to try to keep the studs still fit through and everything. So I welded that in. That might have been why I bought the welder. That is amazing, Fixit, that you brought that recollection up with a comment. That's great. Straight Line Cycles says someday you will be able to buy a 3D printer, plasma cutter, welder all-in-one CNC machine. Yeah, I mean it's not it's not that far off, right? If you guys have seen my bulletproof wrench video, um, Travis out there, I believe it's Arizona, he is a fabricator by trade. I don't know the exact scope of what he does professionally. I know he does some awesome work. But if you follow him at Mass Fabricator on Instagram, Mass Fabricator on Facebook, obviously massfabricator.com, he has, and I think this is the brand, is Mass Fabricator of his laser CNC. But he cuts out these bulletproof wrenches with it, and they're cut from AR-500 plate, armor plate. So I have them. I have zero complaints about them. They are kind of a tight fit, but sometimes you want that because the tolerances for what he can do as opposed to the stamping and forging of wrenches and things is much tighter. So I think it's actually a great thing because here in the Rust Belt, them bolts that rust out, they've lost. It's not much, but they've lost, some material. So you would call that in the industry somewhere between 80 and 90% rounded, right? Because it's lost some of its form. Those bulletproof wrenches give you a much better chance of actually being able to remove a fastener. Joshua Brandenburg, how's it going? Um, so, yeah. Zaphiel is here. Holy hell! Maybe I should promote the Wednesday live stream a little more because just a little while in, and we already have 11 people in here. And that's usually about the peak of my live stream. So I thank you all for being here. Renegade's Garage. When it snows and stuff, motorcycles disappear. Apparently, they are very hard to control on ice. You know what's funny? I saw a thing on, it was probably Facebook, but it was one of those like don't blow your clippings into the street, but it was snow, and they said because it makes driving hard for motorcycles. I thought it was hilarious, but yeah, I mean it is true. I mean even in Ohio, up until literally a couple of days ago, I still saw the stray motorcycle everywhere. And then now we just had our first snow of the year, so I think everybody's kind of officially packing it up for the season. See, that I'm not riding in the snow. That I mean maybe a dirt bike, but I'm not driving it like I would drive a dirt bike in the snow. I wouldn't ride it on the roads, if you get my drift. I wouldn't use it for transportation. You'd go have some fun with it, but nah, been there, done that. Two wheels, not stable enough. I have wondered though, like the three-wheeled motorcycles and things, and Can-Am Spiders or T-Rexes, all those things. Like, I kind of wonder, like, obviously they're not going to have good all-weather performance, but I kind of wonder how bad they would be in snow compared to, say, a front-wheel drive vehicle or whatever have you. So I think that would be interesting. You obviously would want something more along the lines of like a Can-Am Spider. I think, no, those are still rear-wheel drive, I believe. So yeah, because of the bike style. So yeah, you'd probably still be fucked on that. What I really want to do, if I ever find the opportunity, is to get a front-wheel drive car, chop it the fuck up, and turn it into a three-wheeled vehicle. I've seen, it was a while back, but I've seen somebody do that with the Geo Metro. Um, they did something to the back, they cut it, they fabricated, they slimmed up the back and made one solid single wheel in the rear, and the front still had the two drive wheels. They seem to say that it was a pretty nice deal. So I would like to do that someday. Obviously, my current setup doesn't allow for that, and it's getting worse. So, no relief anytime soon. Let me check the temperature and see where we're at. Okay, we are above 55 degrees. We are almost at 60. Starting to feel a little good in here, considering heat's been running for about a half an hour. That's not too bad. Cold in Florida would probably be, I mean, it still depends on where you're at in the state, but I'm thinking like 60. Probably 60, 55, 50. That's where it starts getting cold in Florida. I mean, again, depending on where you're at. Like middle of the state, yeah, they're calling that cold. It's like all the you see the like the California newscasts, the local ones, talking about like a cold snap and everybody's wearing hats and gloves and stuff, but it's like 55 degrees. I think those are funny as fuck because all of us people here in the Midwest, it's like, you know, negative who fucking cares anymore. And we're out in it like it's normal. We don't like it, but we're out in it. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Princess Jamie claims that she is, quote, bad luck in general. I think all of us are to a degree. I know I am. So, um, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. And I will say, over about the next month or so into the new year, there are going to be some changes to the live stream format. Should hopefully be able to still keep it Wednesday's #1 top rated live stream, but we will see how it goes. Try to keep it regular. Actual content is probably going to be rough for a while. I mentioned that last week, but I may actually, like, I've thought about this for a while. I may actually voice over some of the individual socket sets from my Snap-on socket set video thing that I did. I may individually dub over some of those and put those out, which, you know, you could watch, you could not watch. It wouldn't necessarily matter to me. But so I thought about that. But I do have way back there on the tool bench that you guys can't see. I have a dilemma, guys. And I have 7 of you in here. I definitely care what you guys think. Fixit's here, Straight Line Cycles, Princess Jamie, Zaphiel, Bill Beckett, Built Over Bought. A lot of people are here, Renegade's Garage, obviously. So I wanted to ask a question of you guys, since I definitely consider your input highly. So I have a bunch of stuff to give away. Like, kind of a lot. But there's some other stuff going on financially that I need most of my money for. Like, I need liquid cash at the current time. So, how insulting would it be to do like giveaways? And now, hear me out on this. I'm just pitching an idea out to the masses here. How insulting would it be to do a giveaway or giveaways if the winner had to pay shipping? Is that insulting? Too much? Like, what do you guys think about that? Because I have 2 drills, 1 Bauer, 1 Master Mechanic that I said I was going to give away. I have the Tac Life 3/8 electric ratchet. I have that to give away. I have some other stuff that I could probably give away. That will more than likely I need to give away. But like I said, the financial situation currently with not even the channel, just me, is I can't safely shell out that money because it's a lot. You know, you start sending the drills and all the stuff that comes with them. I have to send it. I can't send it USPS because they don't like the lithium batteries if you have too many. So like they like literally break it down to how many lithium cells are in this. Like, why is dog? What the fuck are you doing? Hold on, 2 seconds. Hold that thought. Larry is in the house. What was that, dude? What did you do? I don't know what you did. He yelped. I don't know if he got too close to the heater or what. He was on the back side of the car when he yelped. So, hold on. Let me check on some comments. Fix It retracted a message. I missed it, and I will never know what he said, and that's upsetting. Hopefully it was a typo. Straight Lines out. Thank you for stopping by. I'm sure you're already gone, but I appreciate it. Yeah, never declare batteries when you ship something. Yeah, I try to be somewhat honest, but I have to ship them through UPS because USPS won't take them. I would not find it insulting. We had to pay freight on something from Nipex. I won, I think. If you need the cash, you should sell the stuff. Well, I mean, yeah, to a degree. Like the drills, I said I was going to give them away. The electric ratchet, I said I was going to give that away because it's something that a company sent me, and I've made that claim on my channel from early on that I would send that stuff out. Actually, the Ulsa Tools slim wrenches they sent me, and I have not been able to give those things the wherewithal that they need. But really, on those, they're wrenches, right? I did use them, but I didn't use them in the slim wrench use that they should be. I used them as wrenches, and I saw no problems. So I'm assuming if I can use it in a normal sense and it's fine, obviously being a slim wrench, it's going to work. Oh, Fix It said I look sexy. Ha! That's funny. So, okay. So maybe, well, whatever's going to happen is going to happen quick. It's already December 2nd. So maybe I have a couple of days off here. They're going to be busy days as well. But I will try to see if I can put something together. but I have to make it in one of those giant big red letter, like, winner pay shipping, like, you understand this, check yes or no kind of things. But yeah, maybe I will do that because I got to get rid of some of this stuff. I have a lot of stuff in this garage, and I won't get into a ton of details, right? Because, eh. So I won't get into a ton of details, but I will say that in somewhere around a month from now, and I know as a tool channel how this sounds, and I'm going to figure it out as best I can. I, in somewhere around a month's time, will not have a garage. So, all this shit either has to go into storage or I can keep some of my tools on hand, but it's not going to be near what's in this room right now. So a lot of change is happening. So it's going to be difficult. PayPal, Google Pay, Bitcoin. Yeah. I'll be able to do that. I have my PayPal set up, at least personally. Oh yeah, it stinks. Mostly fix it for, I mean, obvious other reasons, but I'm not speaking on those right now. But it definitely is a hard hit for the channel. I may have to reconfigure, turn the garage into a kitchen. Yeah, so I can make you a sandwich, princess. Um, yeah, and I'll wear my little apron and my frilly little. Never mind. Anyhow, so uh, yeah, so there will be no garage, and I'm gonna try to see what I can do. But and this is not Jimmy. What's going on, buddy? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Much appreciated. So this is not a hit comment on anybody. Don't take it out of context. This is an observation at best. But I don't want to be one of those channels that's like in their living room trying to review tools, because that's just not necessarily as believable as seeing stuff in action. But the vehicle maintenance side, where I'm going, there is no working on vehicles. So, at least for a while, until I mean, this is a current situation kind of thing. So, it's going to be for a while, but hopefully it's not forever. Maybe, who knows? Maybe the channel blows up enough and I can buy myself my own garage for actual shooting purposes. I mean, who knows? But for the current point in time, I'm not going to be doing these type of videos. You won't see me in the garage. It's going to be a little strange. I might have to get creative. But I'm still going to be here. The Wednesday live stream should still be hopefully in effect. There may be some time there. I might have to cancel one. Just depends on what's going on. But I will, of course, let you all know that. Antonio's kitchen and living room are a tool shed. Oh, I was waiting on somebody to say it, and like I didn't want to point it out, but that was basically the reference, and that's not to dog him. Like, I don't know what his living situation is, but the fact that he has that many tools in his house is beyond me. Like, way beyond me. Okay, so Robert just commented it would work and I would give up the kitchen so I could have a garage 5 times the size of the house. It would be a good trade. And he was saying that it fix it. And I saw something a while back that I really was impressed with. It was on one of those house shows. They were talking about this guy loves cars, da da da. So he built a garage. The only thing was, the house, now hear me out here. The house was inside the garage. Quite literally. And it was like a big pole barn kind of thing, but it had concrete floors and all that. But then the house was inside of that, like over off to the side. Full on house. But in another structure. And you pulled in the garage door and then you basically parked right in front of the house or whatever. And just things of note, aside from that, I mean, it all seemed pretty standard. But obviously, the dude had a lot of cars. But as far as the house, he was talking about like just the wear and tear and like the heating and stuff of the house, because you're in this bigger thing already, and there was like a mild amount of heat in the garage, right, to keep it like decent. But then in the house, obviously, it's like your real heat. And he had all this stuff, and he said like his heating bills were like very low. The house basically got like no wear and tear because it wasn't exposed to the elements. Like, you don't need gutters if your house is already inside, right? Just weird things like that. And it was a pretty cool idea. Why is everybody don't be calling him out too hard. I love his stuff and I try to watch it whenever I can. And Antonio buys way more shit than I probably ever will. But I mean, yeah, like the where you're shooting on location and what you're doing are very important to YouTube videos. No one's gonna listen to me if I'm in my bathroom shooting a video on how to change spark plugs, right? Well, you put the wrench on the spark plug, and then you grab some toilet paper. This is the key. No, not doing it. So, okay, so the basic information that we have gotten from most people is that I should be able to do. The only other thing there is I'm going to have to calculate shipping ahead of time. So I have to see what flat rate boxes some of the stuff can go into, but most of it's going to have to go UPS. So that would be figured out later. But the good news is the cost of shipping cannot, in these cases, outweigh the tool price. So it's still a deal, I guess. Robert says, I build my shop on my second floor of my business. It's nice to live in a garage. I would agree with you, sir. I can only dream of a day where I can have all of this out. I don't have that much, but compared to some people, right? Compared to what some people have, I guess. Like, I got a buddy, he's a YouTuber, automotive. He does stuff, and he's doing stuff. He's bigger than me, but he does like different stuff. Every time he comes over here for something, he's always commenting on like how I have everything, which is funny because if you look at me and ask me, I don't have nearly enough to do what I would like to do. There's always a specialty tool or a specialty wrench or something that I just don't have. Case in point, the hose clamp pliers that Renegade's Garage sent me, uh, those are already going to come into handy. I'm going to try to flush the heater core of that Taurus that I bought because the heat works, but I know it can like pump harder, so I'm thinking maybe the core's blocked, or at least partially blocked or gunked up. I'm trying to flush that out if I can get time before all this comes to a close. So my dog is being weird. What's up, dude? What's up? Why are you being weird? He's being strange. I think he's still afraid of whatever it was that made him yelp. Man, it climbed pretty steadily, but now we're still hovering at just below 60 degrees. With the heater running pretty hard. It helps a lot when it's really cold. But this garage is not insulated super well either. So that's where I'm at now. Built over bought. Uh, that's where I'm at now. Is life changed, right? And I have to adapt and overcome. And I figured out that I don't have space for all this shit. Like, I mean, this is aside from my scrap metal pile that I have in the corner of parts and whatnot. This is aside from just in tools that I'm not throwing away. I have all this stuff. And I'm still on the fence. Set this down. Still on the fence about this. Still haven't opened it. Still don't have time to. And that doesn't look like it's going to change anytime soon. So, fuck me, right? Because it's a 5-tool kit with a bag and everything. Electric ratchet. I mean, it's a good kit for being the M12. And I honestly can't say I'm going to be able to use it in like probably like the next 2 months or so. So I'm half tempted to give that away too. Because why? Like, why am I holding it? So, a lot of power tools are going up on the auction block really soon. It sounds like we will see if we can do a, you pay the shipping kind of deal. If, I guess even if it's just 10 people like that are okay with it. If the winner is okay with it, I guess it's fine, right? It's not about how much I want for it. If I give it away, I'm giving it away for whatever it costs to ship it, which for this is going to be a decent amount because it's fucking heavy. Tools don't really put like a net weight on them, but if I had to guess, it's somewhere between 25 and 30 pounds. And it's got 6 lithium cells in it, so it would have to go through UPS, whatever that would be. Hindsight's 2020. You make mistakes. Like, I wanted it, and I do want it. I want to play with it, but I'm just not going to have time. It's almost guaranteed. Like, I can't really see me having the time to break it open and really do anything meaningful with it in the next 2 months, so to speak. Guys, I am not out of beer yet. Give me a quick minute. I'm going to run and take my dog that is not happy up to the house and take him in, and I will be right back. Alright, guys, I am back. So, I'm going to try to catch some comments here and see what maybe I missed. Build over bought, that's not a bad idea. But the time is of the essence. Looking at that Cobalt for a home set. The Cobalt stuff, even the basic stuff, I did a video on that a while back. I showcased some of the tools that I had back when I had much less subscribers. I think I was still, I don't even think I had hit 500 yet. And I did a video on the Cobalt stuff. Very impressed with it. Like, all of the tools, even the basic ones without the XTR, performed great. Like, I have no complaints. In the Impact, I haven't run into anything yet that thing couldn't tear off. And I've taken it to the junkyard and, you know, in some of the worst conditions that you could hope to pull things apart, and it's never failed me. So, yeah, the Impact definitely, and then the drill, everything else seems to be working really well. What the fuck was that? Oh, yeah, that's cool. So if you guys don't know, when I'm on stream like this, if somebody happens to subscribe, even if they're just watching a video, it does come up. So what was that? Blaine Brown? Just subscribed. That's fucking sweet. Thank you for that, sir. You're probably never going to see this, but if you happen to, thank you. Yeah, so lots of stress, lots of bullshit going on. It's gonna be a rough month or so. So we'll see where we end up on the other side of it. But for now, I gotta give some of this shit away because otherwise it's just gonna sit here or somewhere else and collect dust. And, you know, anyone who loves tools knows that that's not acceptable. I'd rather somebody use it than nobody use it. I do have some content. I might be able to shoot some new stuff there and maybe get that out. Nothing too amazing, I'm not gonna lie to you, but I might be able to do that. We will see. That's gonna be iffy. Timelines and everything. It's about all to kick into high gear here within hopefully like the next week or so, and then, you know, who knows. So we will see. Mark C, thank you for stopping in. Neil, is Neil here? Did I miss Neil? No, I don't see Neil. Unless somebody else is named Neil. So, 14-inch doors, 6'8", concrete for lift. What? 6 to 8 inch concrete for lift? What the hell are you referencing? Fix it. I missed that part of the conversation. I'm trying to look back. Okay. So, starting to talk about expansion, Jamie. That's, yeah. See, here's my thought. The current situation is not going to be ideal. If I can pull, if I can like double, and this, I know this comes from like a numbers perspective, but unfortunately that's where I'm at. If I could pull my channel into like the double range probably of what I'm making now, I could probably rent something specifically for videos, like an area. I don't know, warehouse, small, commercial, something. And I could probably finance it if I can about double my revenue. So maybe I'll have a couple of hit videos or something in the near future, and maybe that'll happen. We'll see there. But a tool channel without a garage is going to be interesting. I have a couple ideas already. Obviously, I'm not going to try to change up my content completely, but I'm going to have to get somewhat creative because I won't be, actually wrenching, and doing those things. So it's going to be really weird. And we'll see where we end up. Also, unfortunately, I don't know if these are up on the chopping block yet. If you haven't seen, most of you 7 that are hanging out in here have, my Century Trading Company video. I picked up these power built ratchets, and these things are crazy small. I mean, this is the quarter, this is the ½ inch I show you. The ½ inch is smaller than most 3/8. It's just, they're nuts. But honestly, I don't need another set of ratchets per se, especially in the situation that I'm going to. So they might end up in the giveaway as well. Honestly, I could probably give most of this shit away and be good for like the next 6 months, chances are. It's going to be a really weird time. Rolled 2 Jeeps last weekend. We both know you're okay with sketchy. Yeah, Princess Jamie says she needs some safety. 5-point harness and a roll cage. That's about as safe as you get anymore, especially, well, climbing depends on what you're climbing. Rocks, rock crawling and things usually is, it can be rough, but usually it's okay. The cliff climbing, those are the ones where you get the big rollovers. That's where you really have to worry, right? The steep verticals and stuff, I've seen a couple of those go awry. Most of the time, though, from what I hear, people have done their stuff. They walk away from those. The vehicle obviously doesn't. Does insurance even cover off-roading, Jamie? Or I guess built over bought. Sounds like you're rolling shit too on a regular basis. Does it even cover the I'm off road, I rolled my fucking Jeep? Like, does it still? I mean, I guess if you pay enough, it would theoretically cover whatever. But is that even covered? Or is it really like, or is that separate insurance you have to buy for the off roading? You're just scared of OSHA. That's fucking hilarious. No, it doesn't, says Fix It. And I would believe that. Yeah, I'm sure there's something you can buy, but oh god, do you probably pay out the fucking ass for that? Because, I mean, especially if you have a custom Jeep, it's raised, you have some special suspension on it, it's going to be expensive as all shit to replace. I mean, you're at that point. You might as well be getting insurance on your Lambo, right? On a trail. But who decides what's a trail? I'm assuming they would. That would be, more light duty stuff. That's stuff that theoretically a Jeep could probably do stock, right? An agreed value of worth. I don't like the sound of that. I don't like the sound of a lot of insurance companies like tags that they put on things. Their conditions and things. They always seem to come out in their favor. Well, obviously, right? Rock bouncers? I don't. If you're talking about mixing hydraulics with off roading, then I don't even know if I want to talk about that. That sounds crazy. Rock bouncers? Jesus, man. Oh, guys, I don't honestly know how long I'm going to be on here. Uh, between you, me, and the camera in front of me, I've already had a few. I'm drinking these, and I'm not going to lie, I'm starting to get tipsy. Stress will do that to you. It happens. So, I am probably going to cut it off here for the night. We did pretty good. We had a solid performance over time. I got some questions answered. I am drinking the Sam Adams Winter Lager, which is fitting because I've been in here the whole time and it's still not even up to 60 degrees. It does really well when it's really cold outside, but this garage is not insulated very well. I said that earlier. It's important to stay hydrated. I'm attempting to. That's for sure. So I am probably going to cut it off here. Um, I'm starting to get tipsy. Conversation's going to slack. Viewership will wane and all of that. Normally, I know I'm on for a lot longer, but stress is what it is. So look out for some changes. I will see if I can get something put together very soon on the giveaways. Um, I will I'll do them on Instagram, but I will probably do a YouTube post so that everybody, all the subscribers know. So look out for that. If you're not already following me on Instagram, then hop over there and check that out. But yeah, I think that's where we're at for the night. I'm gonna go back in, drink some of these off camera, try to relax a little bit, and probably fall asleep on the couch. So I will see you guys soon. Oh, Matt Drunk live streaming. That happens literally almost every week. We've talked about COVID lockdowns. We've talked about who the fuck did anyone win the presidency yet? I still don't know. I keep hearing Facebook's telling me one thing, the people are telling me another. Like I don't know what's going on with that, but it's a bunch of crazy shit. And it sounds like no matter what happens, we lose to a degree. But yeah, I mean, we do normally get into that, but again, tipsy and stress and all that. So I will check in on you guys very shortly. Look out for that. And we will cut it off here for the evening. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Sorry the live stream wasn't longer. Apparently, I can't handle my liquor. Biden will be our president. He's going to take my magazines. I have more ammo than I care. Yeah, that's another thing. We're not even talking about that. The ammo's got to go in storage, too. This is some bullshit. Oh, Jesus Christ. Talk about bug out plans. Rewriting the whole fucking thing. Jesus. Alright. So, anyway, I will catch you guys soon. I appreciate all of you for stopping by. I really do. And I appreciate all of your feedback.